Hello, dear students. Welcome again. We all love nature for its greenery, but have you ever wondered why plants are green? We are going to see this question today. So, first of all, the sunlight, which is having electromagnetic spectrum, it has various range of light. In this, we are only seeing the visible light. In this visible light, plants are able to absorb all the colors of the visible light except the green. The green light is reflected back from the leaf. That's why we are seeing the leaf in the green color. So that's why all the plants are green because they are reflecting back the green color from the light, the visible light. So that's how we all the plants are green. And how is this light energy absorbed? How is this light energy absorbed? So we know that light energy is absorbed by the chloroplast inside the plant cells. So this is just like these solar panels. The solar panels, we know that these solar panels, they are but they absorb the sunlight and they are using that sunlight for producing the electricity. Here also these chloroplasts also they harvest this light energy from the sun and they are using that light energy for making the photosynthesis. That's how they are also very same, they are also as same as these solar panels. And we are going to understand further about this chloroplast, and this chloroplast is green in color because this chlorophyll. So all plants are green because of the chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast. Chlorophyll is a green pigment, and pigment means it is a colored compound. So this chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast. This chloroplast is a cell organelle which is present only in the plant cell. We have learned this in class 9, the animal cell and plant cell. We know that plant cell has certain organelles which are only specific to plant cells. Those are chloroplasts. One of them is chloroplast, and this chloroplast is green. This chloroplast is green because it is having the chlorophyll. So this chlorophyll is making the plants green. So chlorophyll absorbs the sunlight and this chlorophyll converts that light energy into the chemical energy that is nothing but the food. So there is a plant cell where you can see there is a chloroplast, and in this chloroplast there are chlorophyll present. Chlorophyll compound is present in this chloroplast. So if you see under microscope, these are nothing but these are individual cells. So each cell appears hexagonal like this, and these coin-like structures here, if you see these coin-like structures, these are nothing but chloroplasts, and these chloroplasts are they are present in the every cell of the leaf of the plant, and they are present in almost all the cells of the leaf, and they are giving out the green color. So coming back to the photosynthesis reaction, we have told that plants are able to synthesize food using the carbon dioxide and water in the presence of light energy. Now we know how light energy is trapped. This light energy is captured or absorbed by the chlorophyll compound, and we know chlorophyll is present inside the leaf cell, and inside that leaf cell the chlorophyll is present inside the chloroplast. So we are clear where is the chlorophyll. But how do we confirm that chlorophyll is having the role in the photosynthesis? How do we confirm that chlorophyll is taking part in the photosynthesis? How do we say that chlorophyll is very essential for the photosynthesis? We are understanding this by an activity. In the activity, we are taking the plants which are variegated. Which means variegated, what do you mean by variegated? When we take variegated leaf, it has both green and non-green patches of the colors. Green and non-green colors of the colors are present on the leaf. So example is croton, money plant, and coleus. These are all plants we are aware of. We see them often in the indoor plants. They are all garden plants, or they are usually grown in the indoor plants. So these are variegated, which means they are having green and non-green. They are having both green and non-green colored patches in them. So we must understand that these green color areas are made up of chlorophyll. Okay, so we are going to understand whether these green regions are only regions where they are making the photosynthesis, and we are understanding this by an activity. In this activity, we are taking the variegated plant like this. One of these plant we are going to take, and we are placing this plant in the dark for 3 days. In the dark, we are leaving that plant for 3 days. Why are we leaving the plant in the dark for 3 days? Because we are ensuring that whatever the reserved food materials present inside the plant, all that reserved food materials will be consumed and no more reserved food materials will be left. So the plant is devoid of all the starch. Starch is the reserved food material, and the plant is consuming all the reserved food material when it is not performing photosynthesis, because we are placing the plant in the dark where it cannot perform photosynthesis without light energy, so it is using all the starch present inside. So now we are bringing out that plant which is from the dark, which we are bringing out to the light. We are placing that plant in the light for 6 hours. So now plants are producing the photosynthesis and it is producing the food materials freshly. Whatever the food materials they are producing, it is fresh products. So these food materials are stored in the form of starch, and we are plucking the leaf and we are taking out that leaf. See here, this is a variegated leaf we are plucking out, and we are dipping that leaf into the boiling water. Here we are killing the leaf, and after dipping the leaf inside the water, in the boiling water, we further transfer this leaf onto the alcohol. So this alcohol we are not placing directly on the flame, we are placing it in the water bath. So this alcohol, what it does is it removes all the green part, all the green compound from the leaf. So it removes all the green tissue, all the chlorophyll pigment is removed from the leaf using the alcohol. So once it is removed, so the leaf becomes decolorized. When we say decolorized, it means it is pale in color. It has no color. So it is pale color. It becomes pale white. So this leaf becomes pale white, and now to observe whether this leaf which was kept in the sunlight had performed any photosynthesis, and if it had performed any photosynthesis, where in which region of the plant, which region of the leaf it has performed the photosynthesis. To observe that, we are using the iodine. So we know that iodine helps in identifying the starch. So wherever there is starch, this iodine is going to bind at that area and it becomes blue color in the areas wherever there is starch. So when we dip the leaf inside the iodine solution and when we observe it, we observe blue and white patches. So wherever there was green patch, wherever there was green patch here in the variegated leaf, in the same regions we see the blue color, which means that in the blue color regions are representing that there the starch is present, which means that wherever there was green, the starch is present there. So this directly it is representing that these plants are able to undergo photosynthesis only because of the chlorophyll. So there is a very clear picture to depict this. So we had taken green part of the leaf. So this green part of the leaf and then a non-green part of the leaf. So this variegated leaf we have taken, and we had placed this leaf. We have placed this leaf in the water, boiling water. Thereafter, we placed in the alcohol. So after decolorizing, we are testing whether the starch is present. So we are testing using the iodine solution. This iodine solution helped us to detect the starch. So if you see this, you can find a common pattern. Wherever there was a green region, in the same region the starch is present, which means that this green region has chlorophyll, and this chlorophyll has undergone the photosynthesis, and this photosynthesis is producing out the carbohydrates which are stored in the form of starch, and we are detecting that starch in the form of this blue patch. So that's how we can say that chlorophyll is required for the photosynthesis, and this chlorophyll is very much mandatory for the photosynthesis. So we are all able to get our food only because one important compound, that is chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is boon for all of us because it is able to capture the sunlight and it is able to use that light energy for making the food. So in our next video, we are going to see how carbon dioxide is taken up from the atmosphere and how it is necessary for the plant. Thank you. Have a nice day.